Welcome back to another video of Teamfight Tactics. Anyway, let's play. So again, this is pre-recorded. This is a game we played. And because of that, we can maybe speed it up a tiny tad for you guys. Maybe a little bit more. Hopefully the audio doesn't glitch when this happens, though. So we started off with Maddie. We also got Tristana, Renata, and also Ziggs. And when I got Ziggs, I was like, okay, maybe I wasn't. So, because of the title of the video, we know what is happening here. We're playing, if I'm not mistaken, we're playing Scuttle Puddle. It's not Crab Rave, so it's just Scuttle Puddle. I don't know why they changed the images to look like that. It looks kind of weird, to be honest. Obviously, just playing one unit here, so we always make 10 gold. Very important that you make 10 gold at 1-3. So yeah. We got a Morgana. And I know for a fact we're going to play Black Rose Dominator this game. I think it's one of the first games I've ever played it. We don't have a Maddie here. We have a different Enforcer, which is Camille. But Camille is nerfed quite a bit, to be honest. But I did play against the Camille yesterday. And it doesn't seem that much nerfed, to be honest. I could have made 20 here. Was a little bit slow. I could have made 20 for sure. So Silver Spoon is one of the worst, in my opinion, augments to choose from. Mentorship is pretty good. And then we also have, whenever you get a component anvil, I'm also going to roll that because we don't want that, in my opinion. So we have 3 options here. Iron Acid is the one I went for. And what do we get? Let me just rewind a bit here. Gain a component anvil and 4 gold. Pretty bad, to be honest. But yeah, it's a little bit of an item. One half an item, technically, that you can choose from, which is not the end of the world, to be honest. But looking at our items here, we have a gargoyle. And we also have a open belt. So potentially here, we could make... I don't know why I saw Black Rose. I did some Morgana here. So I was looking for a bow here. So right off the bat, I was like, okay, Nature's Tooth. If you want to play Nature's Tooth, you normally have a few units that you want to play. Obviously, if you play Sorcerer, it would be on your Zoe, your Caster. If you play Dominator, I feel like the best Dominator carry, other than obviously Mordekaiser, would be Silco. Silco got a tiny buff from before. So Silco is very good right now, in my opinion. I think he's... I don't want to say he's better than Heimer, because I also saw a Heimer yesterday that was absolutely busted, to be honest. So I wouldn't say it's better. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's better than Silco. Heimer is still in a pretty good spot. But anyway, this guy's playing Automata, as some would say. I don't know why it's pronounced like that. Automata is, there's an extra A when there's an O. Like, it doesn't make sense. It's auto and then mata. But anyway, sitting on 30 gold here, pretty quick. You can see that Teto is only sitting on 10. So we are taking very good care of our economy, which is something that you have to do. So we got Maddie showing up here. I was thinking of putting an experiment in here. I think we must probably purchase the ergot, put it in. Don't know why I was scouting. Maybe I was looking at the items that they bought. Playing a random ergot also doesn't make sense. We just need frontline. Also, Zyra is buffed quite a bit right now. Zyra is a pretty good unit. So I'm thinking of playing a Zyra carry here. Oh yeah, this is the thing that I thought of. Now I actually remember. Because I recorded this game yesterday, by the way. I was really busy with World of Warcraft, so got into raiding, well, not raiding, sorry, dungeoning quite a bit on the character just to get some good gear before I'm going to bed. So I'm recording this right before bed so I can actually make a video for you guys. But long story short, in my opinion, what I was going for here was somewhat experiment. And we also have another bow. A bow is a really good item for the build we're looking for. Which could be double Nashers with Sojin. I feel like that's the best items you can get on pretty much any Dominator that's a backliner, right? So I'm considering on how to make gold here. Also, we have Experiment in play now. So I was considering playing Experiment and Zyra carry. The thing is, if you want to carry Zyra, you'll have to get quite a few pairs. And in all honesty, we didn't. So what is the second best option then for us? Well, the second best option is to just make Zyra your item holder until you get something better. And boom, headshot. Renata's also quite a bit buffed. So now all the experiment units, we have them paired. And I think this is where I said, okay, we're gonna just level up and play whatever. Like it really does, it really doesn't matter. To be honest, it really doesn't matter too much what we play here. Because at this moment I was like, okay, we're gonna play Silco carry. And I feel like Silco carry with Black Rose is actually a pretty good comp. So I think I went through the units we have and clearly saw that we didn't have the comp that I want to play, so I have to import it myself. But it's pretty straightforward, to be honest. You play 5 Black Rose, 4 Dominator. That's your level 9 team right there. And then if you go level 10, you just put in a random Garen for frontline. Or you can even put in Rumble if you get Rumble too. So yeah, by now if you didn't have too many Zyras, you can't roll Zyra. It's kind of impossible to do it at this point. So you go Morgana, Vladimir, Cassiopeia, Elise, and then obviously it's LeBlanc. And then as Dominators, the 4 Dominators you'll play is going to be Blitzcrank, Dr. Mundo, Solko, and then Mordekaiser. So that will be the 4 Dominators you'll play. So Mordekaiser, Silco, Dr. Mundo, and Blitzcrank. So that will be our final team right there. And Silco will be your melee carry. Oh yeah, we don't need I don't know why we put Nunu in. For Bruiser, for Elise. I feel like Garen would be the better option. Bruiser Crest is changing my perspective once more. But then I was like, okay, well, Dr. Mundo Bruiser is quite nerfed. So I most probably will take Piercing Lotus 1. It's a pretty good ability. And then we also don't need... we don't need any Shred or Sunder because we'll have it in build in our team. So we want to level as soon as we can to try and get the units before other people, if that makes sense. So you want to sit on 50 gold as much as you can. We're going to do a roll down most probably on 4-1 or 4-2 after the anomaly pick. Or after the augment pick. So yeah, we got absolutely destroyed. Absolutely destroyed here. But we still just don't have, obviously, our carry. We don't have our units. We don't even have a Scion in yet. We're missing so much from our team comp that we want to play. The only thing we do have so far is just one item. We literally have Nature's Tooth and that's it. Throwing at random Zoe doesn't really help too much. Gives us 3 Sorcerer. So we could just play a better unit, which is going to be in the team later. And we could just, you know, bump 1 level into the experience. Just put 1 experience in. Because the only thing that comes to mind that we have to do is the fact that we have to get our units in, obviously, but we have to do it before the enemies or the other 7 players do it. It all comes down to speed, and we just have to level up as soon as we can. So on the fence here, either we go for belt because we make a double Nature's Tooth, or we go for bow, right, and put red buff in, but then at least have our Mundo. So that was a very hard choice for me. The only best thing that could have happened there is like both units are side by side next to each other to think of. So it's a little bit easier to think about it. So there we go, we got double Nature's Tooth. We also have Thieves' Gloves, which is not a bad item, especially on shapeshifters, right? We are going to play an Elise. So, in my opinion, we should have made the item. I don't know what else I would be thinking of to make with gloves in the first place. So it has to be Thieves' Gloves. There's no other option here. You can see this attack speed on Zyra is actually insane. Just honestly can't wait until we get our Soul Coil. But we do need Surgeon though. So finally we have Scion in. That took so long actually. 2 more rounds to go. Then it's going to be 4-1. Most probably we'll do a roll down there. If you don't do a roll down on 4-1, you have to wait until 4-2. Which will be 1 round most probably behind everyone. So you got to be very careful. Because they might have your units already. And if that's the case, it will just be harder. So yeah, this is when my friend laughed at me saying that I'm weak. I'm like, dude, I have no units yet. I don't even have my item that will make this comp work. Could you chill? It's always so funny how my friend is treating me while we're playing games. He acts like I'm the weakest person. But I destroy him every single time. I do better than him every single game. So, like, it's kind of funny. And I was like, dude, I got a Mordekaiser. He's like, what? This early? I'm like, yeah, bro. Get on my level. So this is where I know we're not gonna play. We're not going to play Blitzcrank, but we're also not going to play Experiment, so it will just be better for us to potentially even buy the Blitzcrank for now. Because I think Blitzcrank 2, since it's buffed, will be better than a Mundo 1, for example. I can't really say that, but I think it could be the case. You know, we could also make a compelling argument. So this is 4-1. I don't know why I didn't roll down. So I did my roll down, but like way too late. We got a Silco in. And we have a Sojin. So we're actually pretty strong right here. But we have 5 Dominator, 3 Black Rose. So getting Elise would be ideal. So you can build Lifesteal here and attack speed, Rage Blade. I just honestly don't think Rage Blade would be good. I don't think so.
Truth is the survivor's story.
We should sell Corki and Alawi. Thank you. You can also sell all the units on the left. So obviously, Zega's Herald is not the thing. Radiant item could be really good here. And then we have Bronze for Life. So in my opinion, I think Radiant item would be the way to go. Buying the Garen would make sense also. I would swap it out for the Bruiser, right? For Nunu. But yeah, like I said before, we don't need 5 Dominator. It just doesn't make sense. So we have options here. Either we could give the Master rework to Silco or to Mordekaiser. But I think it's a lot easier to get Silco 2 than it would be to get a Mordekaiser 2.
Good to the last drop.
Imagine us here.
Am I sold Nunu? Like, we're not gonna make gold. I also rolled deeper in when the round started. That is such a waste of money. Could have played this better. Like either you roll soon in the round or you don't. So the best option here would actually to take out Garen. But I feel like Garen provides so much frontline even after the nerf that it makes sense. So the random Gargoyle, in my opinion, I know it's not the best item that you can get on your Mordekaiser, but it's actually not bad at all. The main reason being is because Dr. Mundo is that kind of frontline that he does infinite damage as long as he's alive. And to be honest, it's way more damage on Silco if he remains alive anyway, so our Silco will just destroy everything. As long as he survives. So we got blue buff here, or tier, as long as we can get our Mordekaiser. So we have an Archangel. I feel like Archangel on any kind of on any Dominator would be doing pretty good. So obviously we'll just put her on Cassiopeia because who else is gonna carry Archangel? And I think at 4/4 or whenever we get to choose a hero with an item, I think that's the last one. That is a single item, so you might as well make your item. You don't have a reforger. No promises that there'll be one in the future, so. And even if we do get it, like what would you reforge? The rod or the blue? Because both could be extremely useful. So unfortunately our release didn't get their tank, their stun in. But you can just see like how Silco is just absolutely shredding. Anomaly time, so they change anomalies quite a bit. You can get doubles and triples showing up after your roll. And that could definitely lead you to down this rabbit hole of just rolling 60, 70 gold and still not get the anomaly that you want. So I'm like, we can go 9 here. That's pretty much all in. We might as well do it. The problem now is we're sitting on 3 pairs. And I think the only 2 costs we have, or the 2-star we have, is Solko. I think. I'm not too sure. I think my friend complained that he was feeling weak or something. Because he lost his previous round and he's like bragging about 2 Thieves Gloves. But look at me. I think I have 3. Oh, we also have 2. But I have 3 full items on 2 more euros. Like he's bragging about Thieves Gloves, but he has 1 euro build with 2 Thieves Gloves. Then he's saying like, look, I'm tanking more than you, and my highest damage dealer has more damage than you. He complains so much and always come up with excuses. Oh man, just play the game, bro. Like, stop trying to think you're good at the game. Like, we all are not. Like, I'm not saying I'm good at the game. Like, I understand the game to some extent, but majority of the people around my rank think the game is more luck based. And you do need some sort of luck in order to play well, which is absolutely not the case. Why do pros that is in like the final 8, why is it almost every single set the same people? It's impossible for that luck to just go to those people. Sure, this game has some luck to it, but I think it's like 10% luck. And it has way more to do with mechanics, knowing meta, playing best boards, taking the correct anomaly. Well, not correct anomaly. Taking a decent anomaly instead of rolling in 70 gold. And also just selecting good augments. I feel like that is more important than slamming the board with 2 stars. Because you can see how strong we are right now. We're in a 6 streak. We have Elise 1, Mundo 1. We have Garen 1. We have... Dude, our whole front line is 1 star. Literally, except for Vladimir, it looks like. I think Vladimir's are only 2 star. And then Morgana and Solko. We have 3 2-stars in this whole team. And like, look at this big Mundo. Like, his Urgot is 2-star. Zyra's 2-star. Twitch is 2-star. I'm not too sure about his Elise. I don't think... Yeah, I think Elise is also 2. Yeah, that looks like an Elise too. And sure, like, we got destroyed there, but like, I can easily also say there, oh, look at my carry. My carry did 5,000 damage more than Twitch. Why am I losing? It doesn't make sense. But it does make sense. Because look at how many pairs we set on. I know, like, I know Garen is nerfed, or at least his emissary is nerfed, but as long as we roll and hit something here. Everyone is Garen too, but me, dude. So now we have Mordekaiser too. That's gonna be huge. I feel like we rolled a bit deep, to be honest. We should have stopped rolling at like 35-ish. So I was considering getting an item here for just a Dominator unit, right? The only one we can go for that doesn't have enough items would be Cassiopeia. So right now we can either roll a bit deeper. We have a pair of LeBlancs. We also have a pair of Elise, Garen, Dr. Mundo. We pretty much are going to be in top 4, and our whole front line is 1 star. That's pretty much what it came down to. So we need 1 more Elise, 1 more Dr. Mundo, and then the game is going to be good. Absolutely destroyed, but we did go against someone's ghost. By the way, I'm playing in real time. I'm playing another tournament for Teamfight Tactics. I don't know why people are not interested to watch the middle state videos. It's just we're playing in South Africa for a little bit of money. It's not that much, honestly. But it's pretty fun in my opinion, like, you know, people trying to play their best boards to end up first. Because you do make some money, so... I mean, it's not even enough to live off of, that's for sure. So, even if you win every single week... I think this is interesting to me. That Silco went from 210 AP ability power. But yeah, just still like owning Twitch. Look at that. 4,000 damage difference between the 2 carries.
A draining exercise.
I mean, I was only looking for 1 Mundo there. We got 2. So this could be an Elise item or Casio item. And I think blue buff is actually pretty good. Morello is also not bad, but we can go tanking as 4 Elise. Because we honestly don't know. We honestly don't know what item we're gonna get next.
Justice, by law or by...
Hitting LeBlanc too. I feel like the whole dynamic changed. Okay, we're not in the 1v1 situation yet, but we might take out both at the same time. Would you think the other guy that go against this guy we just went again? Oh, yeah. The guy we just went against Ghost. Getting out of Blanc is not going to help too much. Checking our gold for leveling. It's pretty much just a 1v1. But to be honest, we're really strong. But I also wouldn't discredit the fact that he could be winning the game, right? At this point, it's 2 wins and he wins the game. A Rumble 3, Ilawi, sorry, Rumble 2, Ilawi 2, Ambessa 2, Maddie 3. This guy feels like a high roller and he's level 10. How do you get a Maddie 3 and go level 10? And there you guys have it. That's going to be the video for today. Hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, leave a like, subscribe if you're new. And I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.